you ever feel like you are aimlessly wandering and don't know what to do, or you get stuck in this place where you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this or what to do. I don't know where my life is. You're having the midlife crisis, sometimes even at an early age or even at a later age. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to take control of your life. And we're the first principles thinking of completely changing the trajectory of your life and how to achieve everything that you set out to achieve. And so today we're going to be talking about vision. And the way I frame this is imagine a tree. So you're going to, from now on forward, anytime you look at a plant, anytime you look at a tree, anytime you look at anything in nature, you're going to notice that when you plant a tree, this is one thing, the one name for the money tree is when you plant a tree, before the tree can root upwards, it first has to grow its roots downwards, right? So before the phototropic growth, you have to have the gravitropic growth. And underneath the growth that happens is basically your life as well. So you'll see things that are what you call fractal, right? You'll see things that are fractal, which basically means that before something can happen, it's already happened at a microscopic level. And so what I want to talk about is basically before the tree can root upwards, there's growth that happens downwards, and this growth that I like to call the laws of wealth. And I pulled this straight from the Bible, so there's biblical backing to this, and I've applied it to my life. It's completely changed my life. There's multiple different laws of wealth. One of the laws is the law of the seed, which contains vision. Another law is the law of mastery and the law of communication, and then you have law of generosity. And there's multiple down there in those categories. But today we'll talk about the law of the seed, which contains vision. So vision is basically, where are you going in life? Where is it that you've set sail to? Where is it that you need your whole team to rally around you to get to? And this is one thing that I find most troubling for majority of people is when you ask them, hey, what do you want in life? They cannot even answer that one simple question. If you don't know what you want, then how are you ever going to get there? If you don't know what you want, how are you ever going to know that you've arrived? Instead of aimlessly wandering, if you don't even know what you want in life, how do you know that once you get it, that it's yours? And this is the origin point. This is the fractal point. This is the point in the beginning that everything starts from. This is the point where, hey, I want this. This is the one thing I want. You're not like everybody else trying to follow this or trying to do that or trying to do this. You have your own intentions and you have your own desires of what you want. And so this is like your North Star. So imagine a ship. You are the captain of the ship. You have this huge ship to steer. You have your crew. Your crew cannot rally behind you if you don't even know where you're going. So you got to tell your crew, hey crew, this is where we're going. This is what we're ordering. This is what we're getting. Everybody, let's make it happen. So this is what happens when you do that. When you set your attentions on something that you want, everything around it will line up to get you there. This is the North Star. Most people fail not because of the ability to act, but the ability to not even know where they are going because they lack clarity of where they're going. So ask yourself, where do you see? What's your 1 year vision? Super simple, super bland, but what is your 1 year vision? Where do you see yourself in 1 year? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Maybe even 10 years. And if you don't have a 10-year vision, that's okay. Start with where do you see yourself in 1 year? And what this will do is this will frame your thinking every single day. Like, hey, I'm going to think about this one thing that I want to achieve in 1 year. And you'll notice everything in your life will come around to make that happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen in 1 year. Sometimes it'll take 2 years. But as long as you have your intention set, everything around you will make it happen. What you'll also notice is when you set your intention, with the intention comes the action. You'll know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It will eventually appear all by itself. But it starts with you knowing where you're going. You knowing where you're going, and then everything can rally around behind you. Then after that, there's patience. Once you've set your vision, you start moving slowly towards it, see it in your mind's eye, then you align with action to make that vision come true. And then patience. And then here's a vision clarity exercise for you. Practice this daily. Sit down for 5-10 minutes every single day and just visualize. Think about the person as if you've already have it. Think about what you want. Think about how everything is going to be organized when you have what you want. The chair you're going to be sitting in, what you're going to be seeing in front of you, and the life you want. But before you can have, you have to, for first principles thinking, before anything happens in the outworld, it happens in the spiritual realm, in the mind's eye spiritual realm, and then it gets pulled into the physical realm. And that's how life works. And these are some of the common mistakes to avoid when you do go down this path. Is don't compare your vision or your current circumstances to anybody else's, because everybody else's is whole separate vision, whole separate dream, whole separate life that they're currently on. They gotta play with the cards that they're dealt. You have to play with the ones you're dealt and make the best of the situation. Trying to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. Think about Superman. When Superman was first created, he was too perfect. Nobody watched him. But this new Superman that just came out, it was top notch. Why? Because he had flaws. He had weaknesses. And the directors, they understood that. Also, don't think about the shiny object syndrome, where once you set your intentions, keep your intentions there. Don't let somebody else disrupt the seed and guide you to go somewhere else. Once you've set your intentions, keep the intentions set and then move from there. Don't jump ships because you still have to climb the mountain at the end of the day. Don't jump ships just because it seems easier. It's not easier. The work will still need to be done no matter where you are. Here's some homework. So when you finish, when this video's over, here's some homework. Write down the life you want to live in detail. Super simple, super plain, but write down the life you want to live. What do you see you're doing? What kind of work are you doing? How many hours are you working a week? How much money are you making? How's your family life? Do you have a wife? Do you have kids? Where are you living? And just write it down. Just pour it down on a journal and think about it every single day. Every single day, write your goals. Write your goals in a manner of, even Grant Cardone talked about this, he writes his goal every single day in a manner of he's already achieved it. And guess what happens at the end of the day? He's achieved it, right? And this is some of the billionaire secrets that the schools don't teach. Schools don't teach this. Most people don't know exactly why life is holding them back. And then also, they don't think big enough. They think so limited-minded because they see the people around them and what they're doing, and they're like, oh, that's pinnacle. But in reality, you can have whatever you want as long as you set your eyes, you set your target towards it. Everything else lines up, and everything else will line up in front of you to make it happen. It's a strange phenomenon, but it works. Whatever you order, you will get. Whatever you ask, you shall receive. Whatever you seek, you shall find. Whatever you order, you will get. And so ask yourself, what are you ordering? What are you ordering on a daily basis? Are you ordering fast food, junk food? Are you ordering clean food? Are you ordering... Look at the life that you live now. That's everything you've ordered in the past. and it's just repeating on a daily basis. So I encourage you, you know, with gratitude, I'm rooting for you guys. So stay tuned for the next one. I love you guys, and then remember the vision, set your intentions, and everything else will follow. Talk to you guys soon.